I don't know what it is Keto just said, but nah, we ain't doing that. What's good, fellas?
What's up, brother?
Yeah, man.
Another day, bro.
Another day, another episode of the Lions Den. Once again, my name is Damian Johnson.
Devin Lee.
You already know, Keno Bino.
Yeah, but I'm gonna need you to put some bass in your voice. I don't know why you be trying to give this seductive introduction. It's three males. Okay.
Oh my god.
I don't know why this man. Keno Bino. like
You already know.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't change my swag, dog. I'm sorry. I want to apologize.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, man, we're the Lions Den, where, as always, we talk about any and everything, and we don't run away from any particular topic. And I think tonight's episode is going to be very clear that we are open to discussing anything, because there's a video that has sparked some controversy. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's under investigation. But before we get into that, I didn't do my homework again, so we're going to go right into Devin giving his – we're going to get him flowers too.
So I would like to give my flowers to Ms. Tanya Brown Johnson for becoming the first Black Supreme Court judge, being inducted into that, sworn into that most recently these last couple of days. So, I mean, that's a big accomplishment, big accomplishment for the community. So basically, I like to give my flowers to her. I mean, because it's setting tones out here. It's showing young youth all around, no matter what ethnicity they are, that you could do whatever you want to do, however you want to do it at the highest level. So and barriers have been broken, as we can see. So I like to give my flowers to Ms. Brown Jackson for accomplishing that goal. So yeah.
Big up yourself, Ms. Jackson.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Before we started recording, Keno was actually telling me a current event. I don't know if you want to talk about, just expound on the young lady that you was telling me about, Keno.
Oh, see if I can bring it up again. So apparently, it says, hold on, let me see if I find it. Damn, Damien, dog, gonna put me on the spot when I lost the story. Hold on.
Well, I thought you already had it. Okay.
Nah, so here it goes. It says a 27-year-old native Texas man was stabbed to death in Miami. So apparently, this dude moved out here from Texas with his Instagram model girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And they had what was allegedly a domestic dispute. So the police responded to the scene. They got there. They pretty much pronounced his name was Oblem Seli. I guess he's Nigerian, but he moved to Texas. Apparently, of course, it's an interracial couple. Dude's Black, she's white. But the biggest astonishment is that this lady or this chick has not been arrested. Why? That's up for debate. Apparently, when they detained her, I don't know if she pulled a mental card, but right now they say that she's getting some evaluation, some psychiatric evaluation. So I don't know if she's pulling that or using that as an excuse, but I'm trying to see the outcome.
But basically, she stabbed him to death and hasn't been arrested yet.
That is correct.
There's no motive that's been said, but
they're trying to. So a part of it is that there's some evidence of a struggle. Explain evidence of a struggle. Can somebody explain that? That's what the article say. When the cops got there, it showed that there were evidence of a struggle.
A struggle to get in the house, a struggle to get out the house, a struggle between them two. What?
That's a question mark. It just said there were evidence of a struggle. She was detained and then she started making suicidal threats. However, they also expound on it saying neighbors can attest to the fact that they saw him like a week ago swinging at her after they were arguing. How true is that? Let's wait and see.
All right. Well, hopefully there'll be some more information that comes out about it. I would love to hear what the outcome is with that. So if you hear anything, just definitely keep us posted on that. But let's dive into it. So there was a video that surfaced a few weeks ago of an incident that happened in Miami where some officers were trying to arrest a guy. Now, we're going to put the video up so the viewers can see, but just going to give a disclaimer to everyone. It can be very, it's a very intense moment right now. So before we continue, let's look at the video.
Turn the move. Stop hitting that motherfucking man, bitch. That man ain't even moving. Y'all started hitting that fucking man. Fucking nasty ass cracker.
So, yeah, there's a lot to unpack in that video. But before we even start, we, as always, we have to say that we don't have full details of what led up to this. We're not saying, we're not convicting anyone of anything, but we just want to have a discussion as to what we saw in the video and leave it for public opinion. So apparently this gentleman was, or is, a convicted felon that was caught with a weapon. Now, what led up to them wanting to arrest him for the weapon, or how they discovered he had a weapon, we don't know. So we don't want to speak on that. But just based on what we saw in the video, what are your takes on that?
I just got a question for the fellas. Do you consider that resisting arrest?
What he was doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The average not gonna see that way though.
Well, I mean, they initially going to see the worst part of it is him getting beat and punched and kicked and kneed. They're going to see that. But initially, what I saw, it is up front, it is resisting arrest, which unfortunately led into that. I'm not saying that warrants for all of that violence towards that man by trying to get him arrested. But initially, yeah, it was a resisting arrest. I mean, unfortunately, we saw in the video that it shouldn't have to come to that. You know, with all of this new training and the different states are going through new police training, and I mean, I'm not too sure that it trickled down there to Miami, so to speak. But I mean, Miami's had their fair share of police violence throughout the times as well, whether it's been recorded or I mean, you can just look it up. But again, yeah, to answer your question is, yeah, I would say initially resisting arrest.
You don't see it as resisting arrest?
I do, but I'm saying the average gonna see it as, and to an extent, police brutality, because you know there's so much stigma around, you know, the race card. Cops stop a black man, he's either likely to end up being arrested, get beaten, or get shot. It's one of the three. That's the stigma behind that. So does the video or well the individual, he doesn't warrant all that beating. So that I'm against. I'm against all that physical abuse, definitely for sure. But I mean, why are you resisting, bro? All this can be prevented if you just place your hands behind your back. Right, Devin? Why you
That's
making
true.
it so
That's
difficult?
true. Again, we saw a video where it literally started with him already on the ground, again, resisting arrest. We don't know how he got to that ground. We don't know whether the physical assault began with him on his feet, and it led to him being on the ground, and that's when they started trying to get the handcuffs on him. We really don't know. We weren't there, and how the videos depicted that. We can only speculate.
Yeah, but that's true. But the thing is, it gonna always come off as it gonna always be judged wrong. It don't matter if you got even out there, the good cops are still perceived as bad individuals. I'm not for them. I'm not against them. I'm just saying, fair is fair. Look at it for what it is. The fact that we already going blindly about so much police brutality, it's going to be hard for us to see any fairness in how they arrested the guy, whether it's this video or potentially another one. But my thing is, before we found out that he's a convicted felon, right? That's new news. I'm saying the average African American will always say, yo, first off is why you arresting me or why you doing this? I'm not saying it's not your right, but you're only gonna escalate things if you don't comply. All you gotta do is comply, bro. You see what I'm saying? Because we are about all these stories where, shout out to the families, rest in peace. For those who are still waiting justice, I hope that, it prevails. But my thing is, on average, how many black people get stopped by cops every day? How many black people interact with cops every day? Do they all turn out with them being shot, beaten, or arrested? Is it covered under the rug? I don't know. But I've been stopped by cops numerous times, bro. I comply, and here I am today making this podcast. I'm just saying, I got to look at it from based on my experience. I'm respectful. I don't back talk. I don't know none of that stuff. Whatever they ask for, I give them. I comply because guess what? I want to make it home to my family, dog. At the end of the day, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
So,
just my.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you saying, on that. Like, yeah, if you, the best outcome is just go with they, license registration and just go with what they're asking of you. If it's not violating your rights, of course. But I mean, if it's just a speeding ticket, you know you were speeding, just come on up with the license registration. Just see it through, man. Like even I always felt like even if it's wrong, you can still go through the legal system because everything's recorded.
That's what I'm
You don't go
saying,
through the
bro.
legal system and fight your battles and sue the department. Do what you got to do through the legal system. Don't go through with a couple bullet wounds or half dead in your family, or unfortunately no longer with us, and then your family's fighting that battle because of the decisions that you could have made differently.
So it's funny because I remember when I first sent the video, Keto thought that we wouldn't agree because we normally don't agree.
Which is shocking.
Which is normally shocking. Don't agree. But my stance is the same thing you guys just uttered. Again, we don't know what led up to it. Great point when you said, Devin, that we don't even know if it started with why he was on his feet. All we know is he's on the ground getting punched. So we don't know at what point this assault started. But it's funny because, like said, just put your hands behind your back. Like when I saw the video, again, not knowing anything about what led up to it, just put your hands behind your back because, to Devin's point, you live to fight another day. You live to try to argue this injustice another day. But now it went to another level of you being assaulted, which is another incident, because now they can try to spin and say, well, you were resisting, even though the news reported that he was resisting without violence. But it's funny because I was actually talking to a friend earlier about us doing this show today, and I explained to her what we were going to talk about. And she said she had a friend who was a convicted felon, and he came home, and he is in New York, and he sometimes has to walk around with a pistol because we never know what he did in the past. Somebody might be looking for him. So she can kind of see it from the other person's angle of protecting yourself, even though you know you're a convicted felon with a weapon. And me and her had a debate because I'm like, I can't agree with that. You know you're a convicted felon. You know you're not supposed to have a weapon. You get caught with a weapon. Now, I'm not saying that to protect yourself. If you live the life where even though you did a bid and you come home and you still feel like you need a pistol because that previous life is going to catch up with you, I'm not going to sit here and say not to protect yourself. But you also know that me being a convicted felon, I'm not supposed to have this. And if I have this, these are the ramifications of my actions.
Yeah.
And if I get caught with it, why make it more difficult for yourself?
I'll take it a step further. You come home, you do a bid, you come home. You feel like somebody's out there to get you. When you get back home, maybe you should probably look for a new home. I'm not saying
I told her that too.
You know, like people think, oh, I'm not running. I'm no bitch. Punk. You know, I'm not. You know, I you know, whatever. But I'm not gonna potentially, because now you got two monkeys on your back. Now you got the police that can just come down on you at any time, and you back in doing another bid, or the God knows how long you do this time. Who knows if you ever come home behind it? Two, you run into that person. Now you get him or you get them before they get you, and then you're back in there again. Remove yourself from the environment. We are so prideful. You just remove yourself from the environment. You're living a better life. Hopefully you're coming home to live a better life. You're not going back to how you got there. Remove yourself from that environment. Be a man, be a woman, and say, you know what? This is not for me. This place, this environment is not for me. I'm not trying to go back.
Facts. Totally agree with you
too, bro. Is that their life has no value, bro? It's like they wake up and they're like, whatever happens, happens. Like some people, they use the fact that they're in poverty or you know the system is against them, so they got to do what they got to do to survive. I get all of that, but I'm just saying, at the end of the day, when you look at things, certain things that they do, you're like, man, clearly you don't love your life, bro. You suicidal from the get-go.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I don't know,
but
man.
So let me bring it back to the video, because this seems to be an issue where I don't know what the term is, but cops protecting dirty cops. Like in this video, I think we can all agree that the arrest or the form of arrest that was going on was excessive. How do you stop that?
That's the thing too, which lead to a question. Okay, say they don't get physical. The cops come and they're like, here, you know, I'm here to arrest you, right? Mm-hmm. And they say, hands behind your back. And both of you looking at each other like, I ain't doing that. You gonna spend your whole 8-hour shift trying to get this man to comply? At some point, you're gonna be like, man, we need to take him to the station. So what you gonna do?
Well, no. My question is when you have a situation where, okay, it becomes excessive. You have, I forgot how many officers were in the video, but at what 5. Point? Okay, let's just say 5. At what point does one of the officers say, yo, you ain't got to punch him? chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we? At what point do the officers police each other?
9 times out of 10, they're not going to, bro. It's a brotherhood. It's like
That's the problem.
No, but look, it's like y'all say all 5 of us go. We in the club, we vibing, and one of us get into a fight, right? At any point in time, one of us gonna say, "All right, that's enough, man. Let's go."
Nah, if I'm gonna try to stop the fight before it starts.
It's a different scenario. I mean, we talking about these men and women of the law. I mean, they're here to protect and serve. That's their duty. So they signed up for. So if it's to protect and serve against the bad guy, or somebody out here committing a crime, or against each other, because you hold the badge doesn't mean that you can't commit any crime. It doesn't mean that they're not out here doing stuff illegally. You got to police each other as well, just like you police the streets. And if the next human being wearing a badge, because we all human, next human being wearing a badge is doing something wrong, you gotta jump in there, because that's your duty as well. It ain't you. I get it
be an outcast,
to a certain
bro.
extent, but you gotta come in and do what's right, because at some point everybody needs to be held accountable. And I think when everybody starts to be held accountable, then that's when you're gonna start seeing some change of opinions on that brotherhood.
Yo, you don't watch Chicago PD, you don't watch Blue Bloods, dog. You don't watch
That's a TV show, man.
Listen to what I'm saying.
But
If
I do know that art is a reflection of reality. I get it. I get where you're going with it.
But what I'm saying is, if you be that one cop to be like, "Hey man, what you doing ain't right," you potentially, that's how, like a tradition, you went into that station, seeing that's how they do things. Might as well either quit or transfer, bro, because they gonna make your life hell. Sometimes these cops don't necessarily want to comply or agree with what they're doing, but they don't want to be an outcast, bro. They don't want to be singled out. Their squad car get dismantled or shit like that, or their locker room, their lockers get messed up.
So you don't think one person can spark change?
It can, but it's gonna be hard, bro. Like I'm saying, that's why they say it's a fraternity, bro. You don't want to be that outcast.
Yeah, well, see, I think that's the problem. I mean, again, I'm not, and again, we don't know what happened before we started watching the video, but again, it's just a conversation piece. Like I said, we can all agree that it was excessive. It was an excessive arrest.
It was.
But that's what I'm saying. On the flip side, the guy should have just put his hands behind his back. It's two sides to it. Like whatever led up to it, once you're on the ground, it's not like they're gonna stop and say, "All right, you know what? He don't want to go to jail, so let's just let him go."
Bro,
if this man was physical, so just make it easy.
If this man was physical before he got him, bro, let's say he attacked one of you, punched you in the face before you threw him on the ground. The one that got punched, you gonna try to throw a jab in, dog. You know damn well you gonna do.
Maybe I get what you're saying, and that's what I'm saying. We don't know what
you gonna look around like this, and then you be like,
yeah, jab. Everything being recorded, player, including your body cam. Yeah. So I mean, that's what you signed up for, though. Unfortunately, you know what I mean. You go through these technical trainings, and you expected to take a punch, take a hit. You ain't expected to go MMA on anybody out there either.
Yo, I'm thinking maybe the dude Jamaican, bro, because we as Jamaicans, we don't want no behind this stuff. A man can't tell you put your hand behind your back. Right, Devin? A man can't tell you put your hand behind your back, dog.
Oh, boy.
I ain't Jamaican, dog. Because I ain't leaving.
So it's okay for a man to be behind you? That's what you're saying?
No.
Man, we ain't going there. Listen, man. Hey, as always, we want the public's opinion, man. When you watch this, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know if it was excessive or not. Just tell us your comments. Tell us your opinions. We'll engage. I hate to ask, but go ahead, Kino.
You know it's a favorite part of the show. You already know.
You know the funny part? And I sent it to you. I sent the screenshot. Some people like this shit. I don't know why. Some people like this shit.
You know, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real simple. I'm not gonna be too funny tonight, I promise. Just got a simple question, fellas. What do you call when James Bond takes a bath? You ready?
Yeah.
Bubble 07.
You know what? Like, we might actually have to vote to remove this man from doing these damn dad jokes. What?
Kevin, why you laughing, bro?
I'm feeding off your energy, player. It's the fact that you crack your own self up every episode.
What is it called?
Bubble 07.
Not
Not
what was the
007.
question?
No, James Bond is 007, of course.
No, but what was the question
you call
again?
when James Bond takes a bath? Bubble 07. I don't understand. Debbie say he feeding off my energy, bro, but he started smiling just now.
Bruh.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. How do you end the show after that? Like, I don't just hang up. Like, I don't even know what to say.
Hey,
I don't even know what to say.
ladies and gentlemen, there it is. I mean, like, subscribe, comment, like we always say. Give us your feedback. Let us know what you think on any part that we always give you, whether it be the main topic, whether you want to hear somebody else get some flowers or some recognition of their due diligence, or whether you want to, whether you got some dad jokes that could compete with Keno, drop it in the comment section. Let us know what you got, some suggestions for the show, any type of feedback, or whether it's good or bad. We like to hear. This is the Lions Den for a reason. We guys here, so we gonna take it. We ain't gonna take it to the heart. So just let us know what y'all think, and like always, we thank you for tuning in, and keep up the good work, fellas, and we'll see y'all soon.
Always
Appreciate
a pleasure,
you.
boss.
Hey, listen, to add on to that before we go, whatever topics you want us to discuss, people, we don't run from it. Drop it in the comment section, and if it's something that we feel like is worth discussing, we'll tackle it. All
I
right.
take suggestions from anyone but Shannon.
Yo, fellas.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.